What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and thank you for tuning in for another fantastic video. Today, we're going to be looking at some interesting options activity within HYLN, ticker symbol HYLN. We're going to be jumping to the charts here in a little bit. So if you're not familiar with the company was a SPAC that got the blank check. It's really kind of got in the same cohort of NKLA and a lot of those other trucking, kind of helping that kind of commercial trucking companies. The company actually has a product. It actually is being used by a couple thousand folks, and they're jumping into some further development of the product. Basically, initially, the product is kind of basically just cutting back on emissions and just overall fuel cost for the large semi trucks, the 18-wheelers, whatever you want to call it. Those big rigs, little rubber duckies, 10-9er trucks, basically are flying down the highway. Those are the folks that they're trying to help cut down the overall cost of fuel and the overall maintenance of the vehicle with using electronic motors, hybrid technology on regenerating, on braking, and so forth. But their overall development and the reason they got the funding was to get into and this is the part where I think it kind of got hit when we jump into the charts and the options, where it kind of got bundled with NKLA kind of going through on every single direction, jumping into basically wave runners, aka jet skis, and then they jumped into an ATV vehicle, and then they jumped into trucks, and they're like, hey, but you're starting with semi trucks and da-da-da-da. This company seems much more laser focused and really just kind of pinpointing on where they want to go, not a little bit more rambunctious and just kind of jumping around left and right. This one, again, is going to be jumping into the technology of, again, cutting down the overall cost of the big rigs, and really bringing that overall dramatic cost down to the consumer, and having this basically an enterprise product for those various different companies. So once we kind of just jump over here to the charts here, so we're looking here on the options tree as of right now. So the options that I'm trying to highlight here is the January 15. So next month, or no, it's not December yet. So in a month and a couple days from now, in January 2021, the call for 15 call is going for around 960, and someone bought nearly what is that, $960,000 worth. So that's a nice little chunk of change there, without a doubt. But throughout the day, even though Friday was somewhat of a slower day for trading and overall volume and a lot of stuff, a lot of things did get a lot of love, because we saw that particular go out twice, actually twice on that particular options, one around 10 and then again around 12:43. They were adding to that position potentially, or getting out. We're not 100% sure. Then we saw some larger call activity going out as well on the short-dated side on December 4th. Someone buying the $24 call for about $1.25. There's other ones that are around $9.75 to $9.60. Both a lot of premium into those calls. Some larger deals that we saw go through were some calls basically coming into December here, December of monthly expiration for the 18th of December of this year. We saw very large options activity coming in between $7.50, $10, and $12.50. Very strange. I'm not going to lie with you. This is basically little bit of sus. Let me go back. Basically, what I mean by sus, what the cool kids say, is a little suspicious, and indicating potentially some kind of news potentially breaking out. This is just me reading into it. It's very speculative play on this particular stock, but with that very strange options activity going into there at a very short time frame, at a lot of volume coming into the stock, I would like to see on how it opens up on Monday, so tomorrow, and see on how it reacts, and see if that options volume from the volume tab switch over to the open interest tab, so that be implying that there is open contracts on that one, not someone just flip-flopping out and just putting out these bids of just holding it for a very short period of time and just getting in and out of it, basically day trading the stock. with that being said, be very mindful of this. Again, this is a lot of companies, a lot of people are trying to get on the bandwagon of these acquisitions and trying to get in front of it. I'm not sure it's going to be an acquisition, but it'd be something very strange activity here, to say the least, with a lot of volume going into those different various price targets. With that being said, let's go ahead and just jump over to the chart. So full disclosure, I do not own this stock, but I'm looking to potentially add to it. So, oops, I didn't mean to nix that away. Oh shoot, I can't bring it back. But so this stock, again, we talked about this. This was a SPAC. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts here. Switching here to the SPAC, or was a SPAC, jumped up like all the SPACs that we've seen in the past coming months. Have just gone skyrocketed, kind of dwindled down a little bit when it kind of gets out of flavor, and there's a new a tall with sexy legs stock or SPAC walking down the street. Everyone just kind of turns their head that direction and just jumps on that boat and continues flying higher. But with this one, it had a huge run, just again, like kind of bundled up with the NKLA, even though it's someone in the same business. It kind of got a little bit of a negative press on it because a lot of folks didn't really do their due diligence and really look into it and just kind of clunked it all together. On the Fibonacci retracements here from the previous swing high to previous swing low, it really cut down. It had some issues basically kind of staying above $50. We saw very aggressive activity, but once it really just kind of broke below that $44 level, it just kind of just crushed, and this was basically a downhill from the current positions and really just continue going down with the bear dance all over the way down the hill here, coming down to kind of leveling off here around $18, $19, kind of getting a little bit of a bounce here, and now kind of really seeing that 200 EMA be a very strong level of support. That being said, so around the $23 is basically some initial stronger support for this stock as we speak. So the $23 is here, but potentially even out of $21 to $23 is going to be your initial support for the stock. So I'm just going to put an alert there for me. So there. And then for a potential breakout, like again, this is all speculative. This is not something that I have insider knowledge that the CEO or some larger hedge fund gave me, or any way of just looking at the options of someone potentially looking for adding the stock potentially into their portfolio. They're protecting their overall position by adding the calls. I don't know. This is a lot of insinuating of different various things. So if we zoom here just a little bit, enhance, potentially for to break out would be basically above the $27 level. If that stock gets above 27, we can see some significant upside potential from this. With that movement to really break up above 27.66, that $33.60 is going to be the next target to the upside. Again, this thing has run previously, so it has the DNA, as they say, to potentially go parabolic once again. It's not like an AT&T stock where it has never gone parabolic, and that's not in its DNA. Like, there is no crazy moves in AT&T like that. It does have moves up or down, but not as drastic an amount of direction as something like this does. So that being said, so key takeaways, looking for potentially to break above 27, downward support around that $22 to $23 level initially, some support coming in there. We're seeing, again, some consolidation between kind of bouncing around those two levels there, and really looking for a potential breakout. Again, a little suspicious. Even with the call options going out to January 15, with the December call options that we just highlighted for December, was very strange as well. Because again, if you're going here, a lot of options volume coming in here, same as well as the 15th, you're seeing a lot of options activity accumulate at those positions there. And even though if you go out a little bit further, even to April, it really dwindles off. So around that $7 to $12 range, there are hardly next to zero volume or even open interest at those levels. So initially looking for a potential swing higher and a really kick in the butt to potentially get this stock above 27. The break even for these stocks basically at these levels is basically above $24 or $24.60 basically for break even. Initially, this thing has been kind of in, wouldn't say it was very much in a bear mode, but it's potentially trying to recover here. I think people could potentially get back on the boat here and get this stock substantially higher. That being said, thank you guys for coming out, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. We have a fantastic Discord, which is linked in the description if you're interested in joining the channel and just hang out with the folks. We talk everything from Costco snacks to charts. Again, we do talk a lot about stocks and charts and options and all the various things. Again, we go off tangents quite a bit, and there's a lot of great folks there, and a lot of them are very upfront and willing to help as much as can. Of a lot of newer traders coming into the channel and asking a lot of, I wouldn't say basic questions, but just some little bit mediocre questions, but always there to help, and definitely check that out in the description below. And as well, if you're interested in trading options or equities or futures, I trade on Tastyworks. So Tastyworks is an affiliate link down in the description below. If you're interested on switching, please check on that link and look at that. So again, guys, on that note, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.